It is 9 o'clock. This is BTV News. I am Komotso Mapane. The headlines. President Boko leaves for Davos, Switzerland to participate at the World Economic Forum. Mineral-based industrialization crucial in promoting economic growth and diversification.
And in sports, FIFA conducts induction for Botswana Football Association's National Executive Committee.
Interpreting in sign language is Ntlo Babili. Good evening. This morning, the President, Advocate Duma Boko, left for Davos, Switzerland, where he will attend the 2025 World Economic Forum, which begins today until the 24th. President Boko is expected to participate in a number of high-level sessions, including panels focusing on Africa's economy and governance, as well as co-chair a session on the African Continental Free Trade Area. This year's meeting convenes under the theme Collaboration for the Intelligent Age. The President's entourage is made up of the Minister of Trade and Entrepreneurship, Ntlo, and senior government officials. Meanwhile, the annual World Economic Forum event kick-started today in Davos, Switzerland, with Botswana participating at this week-long forum, instrumental to her quest for transformative development through tapping into trade and investment opportunities and strategic partnerships, among other aspects. President Advocate Duma Boko is among the 60 heads of states expected to participate at this global forum through his attendance of high-level meetings and engagements. On the sidelines of this forum, the Minister of Trade and Entrepreneurship, Ntlo, cited the value of Botswana's participation at this 5-day global event, which has focus areas which align with the new government's aspirations of advancing employment creation, climate action, regional and international cooperation, as well as trade and investment and transformative development, among others.
Botswana ntse kopanela kwano right ile gore ta go kopana jalo le bora dikgwebo ba ileng gore ba ntse ba le ko mahatseng gongwe ba ko mahatseng a mangwe ile gore ba setse ba ithomile bile bana le media gore ba tsweletse jalo ba direla batho ba mahatsa a se le ditiro. So ka gore le rona re le puso e ntšha ya UDC engwe ya dilo tse re di beileng gape le ga rona ke go dira ditiro, mme bile e seng ditiro hela go di dira ka mmetela kana ka dipalo tse di rileng. Re bone gore go tshwanetse gore le rona re takwana re ta kopana le bagwebi mme re ba gwethe jalo gore ba tekole hatseng la Botswana ba te go dira ditiro ba direle Batswana gore Batswana ba bereke. Mme mo malatsing a re tabe re le kwano e tabe le gone gore re tabe re tsamaisa tautona jalo mo di bokopanong le bone bora dikgwebo ba ba farologaneng gore ba teko Botswana ba te go investa mo lehatseng la rona go ta go dira jalo go dira ditiro le go dira dithoto tse ileng gore ka direkisa ko mahatseng a sele gore le puso le yone nne le letseno. Re gakologela gore Botswana o sa tswa go bontsha lehatse gore ke lehatse le ileng gore le ha go hetoga puso ga go nne le dikgoberego. So mahatse a le mantsi ba dumela thata gore we can be a trusted nation in terms of security le dilo tse ileng gore di tsamaelana jalo le democracy kana upholding of the rule of law e leng gore it applies to exchange ya puso ha gare ga gongwe di-party tse di harologaneng, mme gone mo go rurihaleditse bogolo thata bone ba ileng gore ke bora dikgwebo ba batang go ta ko lehatseng la rona gore lehatseng la rona gona le kagiso ebile mme ga gona any threats tse di tshwanang le ha ileng gore ko mahatseng a mangwe ra itse gore ha dipuso kana mebuso e hetoga go nna jang gore le ha ile gore ba ka ga hetoga puso ba le teng ba thomile mo lehatseng dithoto tsa bone di tabe di ntse di babalesegile.
The Minister of Minerals and Energy, Ms. Bogoloke Nowendo, says Botswana should maximize benefits from mineral extraction by creating value chains that can lead to industrialization. She says the need to diversify the economy is a matter of urgency. Ms. Kenowendo said this at a mining sector stakeholder engagement organized by the ministry. Botswana has more.
The purpose of the mining sector stakeholder engagement organized by the Ministry of Minerals and Energy is to afford interested parties the opportunity to set up appropriate frameworks and reforms that can help build a resilient and a sustainable sector to support industrialization and help create jobs for citizens. Ms. Ntlo said reforms should also center around changes that are happening in mining, such as the introduction of smart mining technologies.
We further recognize the need for beneficiation and value chain development so that we are no longer just exporting raw materials outside of Botswana and the continent. A goal of cluster development that sees that mines and energy projects are anchors in the economy and can support industrialization.
I implore you as industry players to take lead in these deliberations. The view from this engagement will be considered for incorporation into the ministry's strategic plan.
The exploration of new minerals should be prioritized.
So you need to be doing significant exploration now to be able to replace the mines that are currently operating, because they're not going to be there forever. So, but we are not seeing, as the minister said, we are not seeing a lot of those exploration licenses being converted to mining licenses. And I think we need to, there's several things that we can look at there. What are the bottlenecks in terms of that process to rejuvenate this exploration? Otherwise, we'll come to the end of all the current mines and there'll be nothing to show for it.
Ms. Ntlo said with the introduction of lab-grown diamonds, Botswana needs to come up with strategies to rebuild market confidence of natural diamonds. BTV News, Gaborone.
Dikgosi IV was sworn in as a member of Ntlo Dikgosi this morning as the second session of the 5th Ntlo Dikgosi officially opened. Dikgosi takes oath after having been welcomed in a traditional ceremony in Sarowe last year, following 45 years of regency for Bangwatu. Dikgosi, who was sworn in by the new Ntlo Dikgosi chairperson, Kgosi Malope II, apologized for not being available for the initial swearing in of other Ntlo Dikgosi members last year.
During our first meeting, which was scheduled for swearing in an election of the chairperson and the deputy, we did indicate that 2 members tendered their apologies and were subsequently not sworn in. But according to the rules of the House, no member should participate in the activities of the House before taking an oath. Hence, we had to perform the House ritual. I wish to announce that the official opening, honorable members, we will be traveling to Palape for Ntlo Dikgosi capacity building program. Ntlo Dikgosi has extended an invitation to His Honor, the Vice President, Honorable Ndaba, to do the official opening of the capacity building week in his capacity as leader of the House.
The chairperson of Ntlo Dikgosi, Kgosi Malope II, has implored Magosi to promptly be responsive to gender-based violence issues as they are of national concern. Kgosi Malope said this when officially opening the second meeting of the 5th Ntlo Dikgosi this morning.
Members of Ntlo Dikgosi meet at a time when gender-based violence is a trending topic in different forums, with discussions focusing mostly on the need for concerted efforts in ending GBV. In resuming business, the country's traditional leadership have been urged to take a stand against GBV and a call for collaborative efforts to put an end to the social ill.
With the situation at hand, we need a multi-sectoral, holistic approach that can be used to address this social ill. I plead with the potential partners to collaborate with Ntlo Dikgosi to develop meaningful and lasting solutions to this emerging issue. Le rona kwa mabapeng a re bueng thata ka kgang ya kgokgontsho. Re leke ka thata go builega, re bue ka lona go bona gore bothata tota bo ka tswa go tswa ga kae. Ke dumela gore kgang e ga se a baitsana pele bagogi hela. go bolana ga bana ba rona mo malapeng go bolana ga bana kwa malapeng baagisane ba rona ditsala tsa rona le batho hela ba re leng gaufi le bone a re epe modi wa bothata jo re komole mo setšhabeng.
Go na le kgang ya gore go buiwa ka culture ya rona go supiwa ka re rotloetsa thata wa mme nna ke eletsa gore re bue.
Culture is often hinted as one of the major causes of GBV. However, we need to dialogue on these issues to come up with long-lasting solutions, as we are known to be a peaceful nation.
Tota nka re tlhanolle re bona gore tota bothata bo tswa kae re leke go ikalafa re le setšhaba gona o ka tlang gore alafa ga se rona re ka ikalafa re le setšhaba sa Botswana re senyegile leina ka gore gate ke rona ba re komang ka leng jaanong a re lebeleng go aga re Batswana ba itsege ka kagiso a kagiso e re fetisetse le ko malapeng a rona le ko metseng ya rona re supe gore ka boammaruri batho ba kagiso.
Botswana, like most countries, have not been spared the effects of climate change. Therefore, the Dikgosi have been urged to ensure their voice is heard in promoting good environmental management practices.
Climate change remains a topical issue affecting the globe, our country and our communities. Dikgosi needs to be part of the discourse as thought leaders and part of the legislature. We are currently seeing unusual rain patterns. Marara and the communities have a wealth of traditional indigenous ideas that need to be shared in the formulation of policies and legislation, as well as internationally.
Kgosi Malope has further urged the Dikgosi to work with international organizations in order to come up with informed and better solutions to problems affecting the public, as the country can benefit from their expertise and experiences. Wa Betsui Mbulubusi, BTV News, Gaborone.
You're still with BTV News at 9 o'clock. Botswana Temporary and Unemployed Teachers Union embarked on a protest in Gaborone, where they delivered a petition to the Minister of Labour and Home Affairs, Major General Pius Mokware. Receiving the petition, Minister Mokware highlighted that government is mandated to listen to every Botswana and take appropriate action for the betterment of lives. Mojadi Mukebelo reports.
This protest is one of relaying a strong message to the government with regard to some of the challenges faced by temporary and unemployed teachers. Some of the pertinent issues presented call for permanent and pensionable employment, their payment situation, and amending the way private schools are run in Botswana.
We are saying, employ us, prioritize us, develop us as your own people. Because gathered here, there are thousands behind them. Thousands wanted to join this protest. Thousands wanted to come here and deliver this petition to you. They were unable to do so, particularly because they do not have money to travel. They are unemployed. The recalcitrant realities that are before us of unemployment is economic servitude.
Receiving the petition, Mr. Mokware promised that government will respond with solutions in a short space of time.
I'm gladly receiving this petition and I'm going to share it with our president. I
am gladly going to share your petition with the president. I have to emphasize more on our President Boko's State of Nation address, which he indicated on prioritizing youth of this country, and we should deliver our promises. Of late, we have already stopped approval of any work permits for foreign national teachers.
Any work permit
The protest has brought hope to these temporary and unemployed teachers.
By not long from now,
our hope is that not long from now, government will employ us.
And we see a lot of foreigners private schooling.
We believe that in no time things will change and we will get employed and get paid.
go tla nna jalo tota ka gore sa le re lela since November 29 re ile go go nonokgafela
go boele go go rona go buiwe le rona ga re sologele gore re belaele gore go ta ira.
We want things to be done accordingly, and we need to be consulted and given answers as he promised us now.
ga re itse ka tsone ke sone se bona re le hano tse gore di amana le rona. We are highly expectant on him.
Minister Mokware emphasized that these teachers should have hope as government is well aware of their needs and intends to improve conditions and welfare going forward. Mojadi Mokibelo, BTV News, Gaborone.
Kanye Central Police Station Commander Superintendent Vincent Pitsitsile says police are investigating an incident in which the Domela Council chambers in Kanye were broken into and some offices damaged at an unspecified date. He says some items that have been reported missing include the council chairman's office desk, a decoder, as well as replica sets amounting to 33,474. Superintendent Pitsitsile says the search for the culprits is ongoing and called on the residents of Kanye and surrounding areas to report any suspicious activities or items that could be related to the incident.
Kena ile mo bosigong mo masigong one yao batho ba sena ona go chaisiwa ba heta ba tsena go no go counseling mme ga supala go tsena ga bone ba dira tshenyo e seng kana ka sepe ka gore di office mo tentse neng ra di le mo ra itemogela re di bona di thubilwe di ne di le thataro go ya go go bosupa me mo teng ga tsone di office tsa ma ra itemogela le gore mo teng go utswile dilwana dingwe mo teng tse di tshwanang jaaka di decoder ne le ngwe hela gabe go tsewa le desktop le tse dingwenyana la jalo
jaanong re ikgolagantse le ba sepodisi sa Botswana re reporta because ne se la nta ba tsene kwa re isi kwa di office tse le tsote ba thuba mme ha le ka lemoga re na le security se se teng se leng gore se re tsa gore se tshwanetse re be se le malala a laotswe but jaanong ga o bona ka go diragetseng ka teng wa ipotsa it means we have to go back to the drawing board jaanong kana a ke re we learn by mistakes jaanong re bone gore ba thubile kwa re isi ba thubile ha go ra gore re lebe ko pele gore what is next mme hela nka re ha tsa gore we will intensify the security, more especially Motomela.
In international news, Donald Trump has been sworn in as the 47th President of the United States of America, marking a remarkable comeback for a leader who faced multiple criminal cases. Trump is set to sign a series of executive orders on immigration, border security, energy, and governance. The orders will include declaring a state of emergency on the southern border, preparing for military deployment, classifying cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, reinstating the Remain in Mexico policy, ending the catch and release policy, and declaring an energy-related emergency. Trump is also expected to roll back some of the executive orders and actions of outgoing President Joe Biden. Still in the U.S., TikTok resumed its service in the United States on Sunday, hours after it was suspended. TikTok said it would work with Donald Trump for a long-term solution that would keep TikTok in the United States. Lawmakers said TikTok's ties to China and its access to reams of data posed a threat to national security. The app also disappeared from Apple's App Store and Google Play App Store on Saturday night. Before the shutdown, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a law forcing TikTok Chinese owner ByteDance to sell the app to an American company or face a nationwide ban starting on Sunday. And Tawaran Sebatela is standing by to give us sport news.
Thank you very much, Khomozo Maphane. Now, Botswana Tonight Sports News follows with me, Ntabuhan Sebetlela. Members of the newly elected Botswana Football Association National Executive Committee converged in Kasane this past week for an induction program on leadership. The induction, which was conducted by FIFA, was carried out to give the members a glimpse of this on the structure of world football as well as into the workings of the association.
Almost 4 months since the appointment or election into office, the members were officially inducted to prepare them for the work ahead. The first 2 days of the induction was focusing on the structures of world football, addressing roles and responsibilities of FIFA, confederations, member associations, and key figures such as presidents and general secretaries.
Benefit a lot from FIFA in terms of financial assistance. So FIFA the governance, governance ya kgola dinao. Gape ba rutele ka the financial governance ya kgola dinao. Gape ba rute ka di programs tsa FIFA ja ka gompieno re mo go teng re mo cycling ya FIFA Forward 3.0 ba re thuise gore madi a le gore a teng mo FIFA re ka dirisa yang mme gape re ka accessa yang. So the FIFA was here to do an induction mo boeteledipele bo shaba BFA.
Another big component the newly elected NEC members had to understand were the committees and structures they will be heading. The session also defined and discussed the role and responsibilities of executive committees, including separation of roles for clear governance.
New leadership easy the expectation our where we affiliate being CAF and FIFA. You know, they were speaking to how we can access funding, you know, reporting, the executive and the secretariat, how we should work. That we come in funds for now for now ke tsa re re mo level ya gore le bone ba ra rabante ra boritse gore mme tota bua maruru bo ha kae ibile re ka bona eng re ka se ke re bone eng ibile se ka ta kana go mang go re se kana le tsholoelo tse di go godimo kana tse di khakala like e re to go tha gona madi re ra ka nya re gongwe batho ba re bolle se leng ba maruru.
With the induction now done, the new committee is expected to fully engage each other on how to set the Botswana Football Association's priority in line with what the association has set to achieve. Katlaho Kakwele, BTV Sport.
And now shifting course into swimming. Some local swimmers who attended the 5-day Botswana Swimming Sport Association's development camp last week say they have learned a lot and believe that the training camp will improve the standard of swimming in the country. Tsapo Gihimile compiled the report.
One of the high-profile local swimmers who attended the training camp, Nathan Setso, said the just-ended camp was vital as it helped him improve his technique.
The first few days we focused a lot on our technique. We did a lot of butterfly and breaststroke, which was really good for me because those are important strokes for my individual medley. So I'd say I came out of this camp really having worked on my underwater turns, which are really the important parts of a race.
Besides being trained on what to do in order to be competitive, local swimmers were inducted on nutrition and healthy eating as they are an integral part of an athlete's life.
I learned that what you do outside of the pool is equally important as what we do inside the pool. So for example, our nutrition, like after swimming, we have to eat and recover nicely.
I was able to learn a few things from the nutrition talk with Miss Nikki and also how to become a better athlete with Miss Tracy from the HPC. So I feel like this camp overall, I was able to improve as a swimmer and work towards my goals for 2025.
The Botswana Swimming Sport Association Development Camp, which started on Monday and ended yesterday, is tipped to revive the sport of swimming in the country. Tsepo Gihimile, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Maitumelo Mosarikwen of BFA Athletics Club and Ulifile Kuwahile of UB Athletics Club are the winners of the 10-kilometer race in the women's and men's categories, respectively, at the cross-country marathon held in Kopong on Saturday. Burisakwena reached the finish line in a time of 39 minutes and 27 seconds, while Kuwahile won the senior men's category with an impressive 32 minutes and 27 seconds. Tanki Sento with the report.
Mosarikwen, who set the pace high from start to end, conquered the senior women's 10-kilometer race in a time of 39 minutes 27 seconds, while Kifilo Galitsi of Lions Den came second with 41 minutes 14 seconds. And third position was Bukuso Baka of BDF Athletics, who clocked 41 minutes 28 seconds. In 2019, I represented Botswana during cross-country athletics at Denmark, and since last year I've been winning other races, and today I'm happy with my time record. My dream is to fly the Botswana flag high. In the senior men category, Olifile Kuwahile of UB finished first, crossing the finishing line in 32 minutes 27 seconds, followed by Thapelo Galibui, also from UB Athletics, who finished in 32 minutes 57 seconds. The experienced Sisabo Matlapeng of Lifika Athletics Club finished third in a time of 33 minutes 7 seconds.
It's not my first time. The previous year, position 2. It's like a great improvement today. Long distance, I just want to break the current times that are middle distance. Exposure in long distance runners so that we gain knowledge from other athletes.
The marathon included the under-20 ladies category, which was won by Rufiwa Batile of Joining Athletics Club, who took the female category in 28 minutes 30 seconds, while the 8-kilometer race was won by Onkabetsi Kotosi of Joining Athletics Club in 28 minutes 30 seconds. Meanwhile, the young girls 4-kilometer race was won by Lone Malema of BDF, while the boys category went to Bakampunang of BDF Athletics Club. These athletes will compete at the National Marathon next weekend. However, Botswana is expected to have a team of representatives at this year's World Road Race in August.
The cross-country road race, because I can get from international events.
We are still far behind in cross-country and road races, but I believe that this year we will be able to send representatives to the World Road Race. It is time for us to pull up our socks as clubs to encourage our athletes who can represent us well internationally. The organizers of the marathon expressed their satisfaction, highlighting that most of the elite athletes managed to participate in the race. Furthermore, they sought for sponsorships, which will help facilitate and improve the standard of Botswana athletics abroad. Thank you, Sentu. BTV Sport, Kopong.
Thank you, Senso. Bring us to the end of our 9 p.m. sports update. For now, back to Komoso to remind us of our top leading stories. Good evening.
President Boko leaves for Davos, Switzerland to participate at the World Economic Forum. Mineral-based industrialization crucial in promoting economic growth and diversification.
And in sports, FIFA conducts induction for Botswana Football Association's National Executive Committee.
Ntlo bringing us to the end of our news bulletin this evening. In sign language was Ntlo Babili. Up next is the weather update. BTV News, Ikanyarona.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather forecast. I am Kuma Sesa Monak. The country is still experiencing some showers over most parts, Here are the rainfall amounts recorded this morning at 8. We recorded 35 millimeters at Budikwa Primary School, 28 millimeters over Gumara Police Station, 24 millimeters at Kazungula Police, 17 millimeters at Suwa Junior Secondary School, 10 millimeters at PG Matante International Airport, 8 millimeters at Soronga Primary School, 5 millimeters at Senete Primary School, 4 millimeters at Zamaya Primary School, 3 millimeters at Butale and Selolwane Primary School, 1 millimeter over Plateau Primary School and Sepako Wildlife Camp. Well, this evening, convective clouds are visible over most areas of our country. There's a high possibility that it might rain or thunder over these areas. On Tuesday, we're expecting some scattered thunder showers over Ngamiland and Chobe district. Over the remaining districts, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers. There's a possibility of fresh to strong winds over most areas in our country. The public is advised to take necessary precautions. In the morning, we're expecting some hot temperatures over the entire country with minimums of 20 to 23 degrees Celsius. And in the afternoon, hot temperatures are expected over Khansi and Kalahari district with maximums of 33 to 35 degrees Celsius. Over the remaining areas of our country, we're expecting some warm afternoon temperatures with maximums ranging between 27 to 32 degrees Celsius. Now, over southern southeast Gauteng and Kweneng on Wednesday, we're expecting some partly cloudy conditions, while isolated thunder showers are expected on Thursday with warm afternoon temperatures. Over Khansi, we're expecting some partly cloudy conditions on Wednesday, with isolated thunder showers expected over northern Khansi with warm afternoon temperatures. Over Chobe and Ngamiland, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers on Wednesday and Thursday with warm afternoon temperatures. Over central and northeast, we're expecting some cloudy conditions on Wednesday with isolated thunder showers expected on Thursday with warm afternoon temperatures. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good evening.
Ke ta simola ka bolwetse ja ghost bacterial wilt. Ghost bacterial wilt ke bolwetse jo leng gore ke ja jo bo amang dijalo tsa mmidi, mabele, wheat, millet le majang. Ka gore bo mmidi ga o ka ba lebelela le bo mabele ke masika a bojang. So bo ganeletse ko dijalong tsone tseo. Ke bolwetse jo leng gore o kgona go bona a dikai tsa jone thata mo matharing. Mathare a sejalo se leng gore se na le bolwetse ja bacterial wilt yone ghost. Di bona la ile gore ke o thela le mahibitswana nyana na le bo sethanyana. Mme go thelenga ba a helela a ka re a omelela aswa. Mme se se leng teng gape o kgona go ithela le gore go na le di sort of like dipampang nyana mo matharing tse leng gore di kgona go tsitanyana metsi a leng gore ke ona gantsi o ithela le gore ana le sabe mo go ba namiseng
emma mme motho a ka batla gone go itse gore bolwetse malwetse a tota mana yang khotsa a tsamaya jang gore a tsoga mo nakong ya gompieno re a go Free State ya go Mpumalanga mme re le mo Botswana re bolwetse ke bolwetse ke malwetse a leng gore a amana jang.
Bolwetse ja ghost bacterial wilt ke gore ka bontseng ka teng bona mathata ka peu hela peu yone kana any material se leng gore se be se ka go thusa go jala sejalo sone seo ke tsone dio tse leng gore di tsamaisa thata bolwetse ja teng. Mme ya ka ne ke santse ke bua ka dikai go ruthela bona le dikai